Vulnerability is an asset. It is not a weakness in business. In fact, most people are willing to help. It's what we are as human beings. We're kind. You may have to ask 5 people, but do not be afraid to ask for what you need. My business philosophy is based on what I call the 5 C's: conscious, concerned, caring, community, contagious. You do have to care and see how you're impacting a whole entire community, and it should absolutely be a contagious model to be profitable in that way. It truly does incorporate how I actually like to move through life as a businesswoman. Solving problems creates demand. Create your own opportunities. The 3 key components of a strong pitch: the what, the why, and the how. What problem are you solving? Why is the market opportunity going to allow you to be in business? And then the how. How is your business model different than anything that already exists? Standing apart is a way to start. In a competitive marketplace, separating yourself from everyone else will help your business stand out. Give back to get back. The right business name puts you in the game. Naming a business is monumental. Right at the start, you can win or lose potential investors by the name that you're choosing. Taking in more money than you need can negatively impact your company. Know your worth and own it. It's so important to help out your friends, help out your family, but to realize how much your time is worth. You've got to find that number that balances the value of your work and your love for the client, and do not take anything less. Know your worth and own it. Know your worth and own it. When you're starting a business, you have to find balance. I like to be what I call preventative. I like to think of how every possible thing can happen so that I can prevent anything happening negative as much as I can possibly control. I can't control everything, but I'm definitely gonna try to prevent and plan as much as possible. Give business a sound. Adding the element of music to a brand, it helps to create an emotional connection. You can find what you need, especially when you maintain good relationships. Build strong bonds. Bonding with other small business owners is one of the more important things that you can do when starting your company. Protect your brand. Your brand is an extension of you and your vision for your business. Always present your brand in the way you want it to be seen and experienced. So you're always sending the right message. If something feels off with your branding, take the time to get it back on point. You need to protect your brand at all costs. Never leave a canvas blank. Good branding, it increases the value of a company by attracting your customers to what you're actually selling.
When you're short on cash, sometimes you can barter for business. Grandfather clauses can cut costs. They can save you a lot of money. Show, don't tell. Interior design is a visual medium. A lot of people have no idea what's going on in your head. In business, the person that you are trying to make a deal with needs to know exactly what you need from them. Don't be shy. Delegate to empower. If you're trying to run something, you gotta have enough people underneath you to put it into actual motion. Negotiate with knowledge. Always know the true value of what you're selling. Most businesses, if they're good, have a lot of different tranches or a lot of different buckets. Because if you rely on one thing and one thing only, when something goes wrong, okay, it's gone. Confidence is important when you're pitching something. If you are having trouble with somebody and you can find a position for them below the position that they are in so that they can regroup, you will get back a better employee and hopefully you won't lose all the money you spent training them. Demote to promote. You spend a lot of time training people and teaching them. And when you can somebody, you lose all of that time and all of that effort, and all of that goodwill is gone. So first plan should be to try to save the position and save all of that goodwill and money that you've spent. And give them a wake-up call. Like, this is your wake-up call. You know, Little Bunny Foo-Foo. Remember Little Bunny Foo-Foo? I'm gonna give you 3 more chances. And then, one road can lead to many roads. The important thing is to go and talk to people that you might not otherwise spend time with to find out if they can help you on your journey. One of my big business principles, which some people think is funny and others say it's right, is take a bottle of Tall and keep it in your bag. When you get hung up on something is when you start to lose your momentum. Move the on. You cannot control everything. So if something sets you back, the last thing you want to do is have it set back further by sulking. That does not help anything. Know when to keep your mouth shut. It's the biggest lesson in business. And when somebody is at the breaking point, just take a minute and just be calm and just listen. And generally, that's what people need most. They need to vent. They need to let you know what they've done for you, and they want to make sure that you recognize it. Profit share for buy-in. If your team doesn't get a piece of the action, they don't take ownership. If you give them an hourly wage and no incentive to make anything more than that, they'll show up at 9 and leave at 5 and be on their phone. Hand to God. I've seen it 1,000 times. Buy-in is a whole nother ballgame. The minute you start to share in profits, people work harder, stay later, and they have the same goal. Their goal is for the place to make money because they make more money if it makes more money.
Turn liabilities into assets. So many small businesses don't understand is great products alone never win. Best known always beats best. Best known beats best product. Best known beats best service. You gotta get known. You gotta take risks. Get to the top of the food chain basically means call on people that are qualified. Look, sales is a contact sport. It's all about getting in front of the right number of people and scaling how many people you can present your product, offer, or service to. Big companies make lots of contacts, make more contacts, and maybe they'll become contracts. Showing a potential client you can not only rise to the challenge, but you can win. You can go beyond what they thought possible is a key step to standing out and winning someone's business. Ride the bull. Every meeting I take, I want that client to laugh with me, to cry with me, jump out of an airplane with me. I've done it all. It's got to be memorable. I'm not just here to talk business and close a deal. When we're done, I want that potential client to tell their colleagues about me, tell their wife or their husband about me, their damn dog. Get off the phone, get off the computer, and make contact. Because interactions lead to transactions, contacts lead to contracts. An interaction with just one person could be the link to a multi-million-dollar transaction. Use your brain, not your heart and your emotion. Never get emotional in a business deal. When it comes to negotiations, decisions, agreements, understand that it's unrelated to you in many cases. Do not react emotionally. You got to be like Dr. Spock on Star Trek. Never get emotional. Stay analytical. Their emotions are not related to you. Do not react emotionally. Stay calm, stay cool, stay analytical, and stay for the close. If they don't know you, they can't float you. I didn't build my business or my brand or my name by uploading a handful of videos. I did it across every distribution channel possible, all so that I could get my name in front of the public that I wanted to buy from me. Look, if they don't know you, they ain't gonna flow you. You want the sale? You gotta shake them up. You gotta wake them up, but mostly you gotta ask hard questions. You gotta take those scary questions and put them right in his face. A good negotiator is always sensitive to the unspoken agendas, to the hidden agendas. When you're at the negotiating table, you have to understand that you don't know everything about their unspoken agendas, okay? You got their egos, you got their little secrets, you got their dreams. The most difficult part in negotiating is the not knowing. Cross those lines and you're gonna punch or maybe even blow your deal. Never have a 50-50 partnership. You either be 51 or they be 51. You never want two people in charge, because then no one is in charge. No one will be responsible, and you'll end up in the courthouse. Don't settle for success. Boat sales are off the chart right now. He's sailing, as we say in the boat business, but you can never stop hustling, okay? Even when your sales are full, you can't stop pushing. Don't settle for yesterday's success. The biggest brands in the world, every day, stay out there promoting to keep their names up when things are up, and up when things are down, and up when things are flat. Promote when you're high, promote when you're low. You know what I say? Just promote. You can't buy love, but you can sell it. Let me tell you what I mean. If you love the business you're creating, love the projects you're on, love the people you're actually serving and doing business with, people will see that. They will feel it. And they will pay you for that, trust me. Train to sustain. In business, you don't just give people handouts. You give them an opportunity. Knock, 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 get money, get the bag, give back, okay? Figure out what you can do to get them to go to the next level. What makes them tick? What drives them? What's holding them back? At the end of the day, that time that you invest in other people, it's gonna make stronger managers. It's gonna make better leaders who will give back to you 10 times. It's like throwing a brick into the Grand Canyon. It ain't gonna accomplish nothing. The internet is infinitely infinite, bigger than anything that you can imagine, so you gotta keep feeding it. Look, you need to be constantly telling stories to the public about the business. Well-told stories make you memorable to a customer. It's not first impression that's most important, it's every impression that's most important. A customer who relates to and is reminded about your business on a human level will become a long-term client.